Not ice, but coincidentally, ice is on the calendar. They're recruiting.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing? This is good old Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. We're not going to do two channels today, so we're going to do just this one. I haven't done. I haven't had to. I haven't done a phone review in a long time, in a very long time. Last time I did a phone review was last year, around this time. Um, I just picked up my phone. I just picked up um, my Google Pixel 6a last year. Um, it's the Graphene OS. I've been using it for almost a year, almost a full year. And today, I was given a new phone as a backup phone, but I'm gonna start using it as a mini tablet. And what it is, it's a TCL ION. Um, it's a TCL ION 5, and it's the one with. Uh, Now, if y'all remember, what was it, 15, 16 years ago, when BlackBerry was still making their phones, and what was cool about the phones was the back part came off. Well, this is my new uh, TCL Ion 5, and the back does come off, and the battery does come out. Now, we all know why that phones today that people do use can't take the battery out. Because the thing is, the reason why people took the battery out of the phones was because of Big Brother. Now, there's been phones like the Fairphone, the one, I call it. Uh, a lot of these budget phones that that people pick up, and not like Samsung or Apple or Google or whatnot. High price phones. And there's been different phone companies like TCL and Fairphone and all that stuff. And still want to keep it very, very affordable. Now, when I picked up the TCL Ion 5, I thought, now the thing is, it's a track phone. Now, when I got it, when I got it, I um, I plugged in the phone here. When you do that typing shit, and you get the let's see here. You get the let's see here, 8 6 pound. What was it? Something. Where you check your uh phone's IMEI. Now, give me a moment here to really get my thoughts on this one. Now, let's see here. TCL. Let's see here. Now, TCL.
Okay, so this is the TCL.
Okay, this is a here.
Understanding. It's what we're all at.
Okay. Now I'm new to TCL. This is my first TCL phone. I don't know how old it, but it's a good phone. This is the TCL 10L. This is they're showing the TCL Pro 10 Pro released in 2020 on May 19th. It's Android 10, Snapdragon 875, AMOLED display, fingerprinted display is 6.47. Camera is 64 by 16 by 5.2 megapixel. Storage is 128 out of 256 gigabytes. The RAM is 6 gigabyte. The weight is 177 RAM. The battery is 4500 mega amp. It's 18-watt fast charge. So I guess it's been around for a good 5 years. This is the TCL 10 5G, came out 2020 on July 27th. It's an Android Snapdragon 765 5G IPS display, fingerprint, 5G technology. Display is 6.53 inch screen. Storage is 128 gigabytes. Storage is 128 gigabytes. RAM 6 gigabytes. Weight 210 grams. Battery life 4500 milliamps. Okay, this is the TCL 10 Plus. Came out, released August of 2020. Android 10, Snapdragon Pixel of 65, Snapdragon, AMOLED display, fingerprint, 6.47 display, inch screen, 48 point dot plus 8 to 48.82 milliamp front camera. It's the front camera. Storage is different variants. One, you can get one that's 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and also 256 gigabytes. And you can get 6 gigabytes of the RAM or 8 gigabytes of RAM. Weight 172 grams. Battery life 4500 milliamps. Came out in August of 2020. Okay, TCL 10 SE came out in release in 2020 on July 21st. Okay, you have it's Android 10, Helio P22 processor, IPS display, fingerprint. It's what it is, fingerprint. The screen display is 6.52 inches. Storage is 128 gigabytes. The RAM is 4 gigabytes. Weight is 166 grams. Battery life 4,500 milliamps. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. When did the... All right, the TCL 20R 5G come out in 2021, September 23rd. Let's see here. Let's really look back here. Okay. Let's see here. Talk about the release date. Release date for TCL ION okay, let's see here.
Well, we just recently purchased the.
Okay. 2023, right? 2023.
Hey, all, Chris Bassett here, and I'll be doing a review and setup guide for the new.
Let's see here. Let's look up, folks. Let's look up here. Okay. Let's see here. Release date. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the Scion. Let's see here. The TCL Scion 5 was released on September 21st, 2025. So it's not very old. Okay. Okay. The TCL ION 5, the T0607DL smartphone was released July 23rd, 2023, positioned as a affordable yet modern device to comprehensive, compact all users need, whether a basic communication device, educational or entertainment purpose. A smartphone like the TCL ION 5 can do such more necessary job than you expect, thanks to a bunch of useful features and specifications. They're like a decent display screen. We all need a comprehensive, sufficient screen. reliable security feature, other things that will be discussed here. The article will do the job of giving you the full review of the TCL ION 5, uncover all the phone specs you need to know for those looking for a new device. Okay, for the appearance of the phone's performance. This review will help you decide. Specification, design, display, camera, storage, performance, connectivity, battery is the TCL ION V, the T607DL, a good phone. Okay, July 2023. $172, dimensional 156.6 by 75.3 by 8.3 millimeter. Android 13, screen size 6 inches, resolution 720 by 1440. Process MediaTek Helio 825 MT6 762B. CPU octa-core 4 by 1.8 gigahertz. Cortex A53 and 4 by 1.5 megahertz. The Cortex A53. 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage. Battery life is 3,000 milliamps, non-removable. Rear camera and megapixel. For megapixels is for camera. Feature is for fingerprint reader, facial recognition. TCL ION 5 were released on September 21st, 2025. Okay, it's okay. Prepaid. Conditions new. That's Vinny. Let's see here. Okay. It has a 32 gigabyte memory, micro SD up to 512 gigabytes. Mine has the 125 gigabyte. 2.0 gigahertz octa-core processor. Wi-Fi calling capabilities. Hack HEC reading. M3 T3. Package includes TCL ION 5, which is the phone here. Activation card, charger, USB cable, quick start guide, about your phone booklet. Now, my phone I got, it's a track phone TCL device. Bottom here it has that track phone thing here, but I checked. It is a factory unlock, and see here. Now, I haven't had it very long. I'm starting to really get used to it, and just really having fun. Just okay, Homestead. Let's do a Homestead. Okay. Start task here. Okay. Now, some phones out there that if you're on a budget, if you're really on a budget, you can't really pay a certain amount of money to get the phone you want to get. See, the thing is, I've always thought like this. Okay, it's not about what you want; it's about what you can afford. Now, there are some phones out there that are budget friendly. If you have like like some of you will be on a budget where you want a phone that at least it works. At least it works on calls and text and whatnot. But some of you want the app that'll help you throughout the day. Like if you're at the office, you need for the job, and or you want to use it for everyday life. And it's good because it has very capabilities that you could have on other phones. Well, the iPhone has pretty good camera. I know the Android. Well, it is an Android, by the way. Well, the iPhone, it has a better camera. Okay, right. Look, we all know what's going on with the iPhone. Okay, look, let's all admit. Okay, let's all be honest with ourselves. What's up with Apple? They're recycling the same shit to build the next phone that they want to shove down your throat. Okay. Well, what is there can one do? Okay. You go to the nearest AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile. Okay. Each place, you see the phone. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's definitely pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool too. You go to either a Walmart or Target. You're in the electronic area. You see the phones. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But the thing is, on your mind is like, how much can you swing on a good working phone, right? We all know that on a commercial you see about the brand new Samsung folding turds. That's shitty. Or the new Apple iPhone. What the fuck? We all know that advertisers bullshit us all. Okay, all of us. How many of you remember going to Cricket? Right, going to Cricket before it was bought out by AT&T. Nice place to go. Get yourself a phone. It's a good phone where if you're on a budget, if you're on a budget, you don't need. You're not really looking for anything hoity-toity. Just a phone that'll work. A phone that would pretty much you make. The thing is, you're not really worried about making a call or text as long as the phone works, right? Today's phones, yeah, I want a phone that I can able to make a good call or text. No problem at all. I don't care if it's a track phone. I don't care if it's this. No. All that matters is that you want a good working phone, right? Yeah, it has apps, right? Get it. Any phone like a budget phone, can work just as good as an iPhone or a Samsung, right? Because most people don't really think. Okay, don't really think. What I have here is a TCL ION 5. Okay, came out in 2025 on September 21st. But it is factory unlocked, where it can use any SIM card and it'll work. Okay. Now, I began to really work with this phone, really work with it, and I'm trying to really like the phone, really like it as a backup phone, like a little mini tablet, And what's cool about it is TCL has brought back where you can actually remove the back of the phone. There's battery, and you can also remove the battery as well. See, we all know why. Look. We all know why Google and Apple. Well, mainly Google, basically, because iPhones don't really have a back that they can remove, but Android did. If you had a Samsung or a Alcatel or how you say it, Motorola, right? And the back came off, or if you had a BlackBerry, right, a BlackBerry, the back came off, and you can't remove the battery. Now TCL has brought back something that was memory of the past, 16 years ago. Now, one of the phones that I picked up 16 years ago was a black phone, created by Silent Circle and Gigs Phone. Simple as that. The absolute issue here is, the thing is, here is, I'm doing a review for a TCL ION 5. Okay, never heard of TCL until now. Okay, TCL. It was a track phone for a bit. So the camera's pretty good. Camera's pretty good. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go to hit the Android Play Store. Go to okay. I'm gonna download the camera, the Falsify camera beta. Now what's cool about um, now the camera I'm using is a Falsify camera. You can download it on the Google Play Store, or if you have a Graphene OS device here, you can also get the Fussy phone. Let's see here. Let's go to okay. Now, what's cool about the Fossi camera, Fossi camera, is that it's different from the camera that's stock on the TCL ION V. Um, I'm really personally starting to like the TCL ION V. As a daily driver, sure, why not? But I've been carrying a backup phone for a while as a miniature tablet. Why? Because I thought I have a Alcatel tablet. The screen's cracked a little bit, so I thought, let's remove the SIM card from the tablet and put it in the phone and make it into a miniature tablet. You don't really need anything that big unless you want to draw a picture without saying any words. That's called a joke, folks, a joke. But again, uh, again, this is my first ever review on a phone that never even heard of until today. I've been looking at it on YouTube and whatnot, and I've been looking at different variants of the Ion 5 is known as a T607DL, and there's an Ion X and also an Ion V. I do recommend on. Now, some people may ask me later on, what's the difference between a regular phone and a budget phone? Again, phones these days are hitting $1,000. Okay, these phones these days, like an iPhone or a Samsung device or whatnot, they're hitting up to $1,000 to $1,200. The cheapest is around $450, $500 if you want a good phone. Um, but a budget phone you can get for a good 200 about under $200, or maybe even under 60 bucks, under 200 to about $60. Okay. Um, from what I've been looking into is that the TCL phones are pretty much a budget phone. Android 13 budget phone. Okay. This is Android 13. Here, let me look again, guys. Okay. Let me look again. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. This is a T607DL. Yeah, it's a T607DL. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. What is the? Okay, it's up to date. Check for updates. Let's see here. Trying to think here. I know there's something here. But again, it's a really good phone. I'm starting to really like it. It brings back the feel, brings back BlackBerry a little bit. The black phone from the early 2010s, 2010 to 2012 ish, Um, but it is um, so it's pretty much but it is a phone that if you want to if you're on a budget, if you're on a budget, um, camera's pretty good. But I have the falsified camera. Um, Pretty good camera, not too bad. Um, Really good. So yeah, I would honestly, if I was on a budget, seriously on a budget, whether it was a and track phone or Virgin Mobile, whatever it is, a budget phone is a budget phone. A budget phone is still a budget phone. Now, um, let's ask the question: is the okay? See here?
I think this phone is about as cheap as you can go while maintaining a genuinely good smartphone experience, and I don't say that lightly. Just like with the tablets that I reviewed from TCL earlier this week, I didn't check the price on this phone until after I was done testing it. And after all of my testing, I found that you can actually get this phone for under $100. And it honestly shocked me because fresh out of the box, it doesn't feel like a throwaway budget phone. It feels solid, responsive, and surprisingly well thought out. So let's get into it. So this is TCL's 50XL NXT paper smartphone. It uses a 6.78-inch full HD NXT paper display, and it's easily the standout feature of this phone. And I don't really have the channel that focuses on this kind of tech, so for me to feature a phone like this, it has to really be something worth it, and I think this one is. But let's talk about it because it's not perfect by any means. Now, just like the tablets, you get the same matte anti-glare finish that cuts down on reflections massively. Outdoors, especially in daylight, that makes a real difference. And even when the sun is bright, the screen stays readable because you're not finding reflections the whole time. There are also the same NXT paper modes that you see on the tablets, which are regular mode, color mode, and ink mode. Now, the way you access the different paper modes is by double-clicking the power button, and that allows you to choose between the regular paper or black and white mode. I like that you can very quickly and easily switch back and forth between these modes, especially because on one of the tablets you had to deep dive into the settings to do that, and the other one you had a button dedicated for it. And this phone has a nice in-between feature between those two. And honestly, I think they're actually more useful on the phone, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. On tablets, I still prefer full color media, mainly for content consumption and things like that. I don't like to use the paper modes, but on a phone, I found myself using the paper mode most of the time because it's just easier on the eyes for scrolling and reading and just everyday use. Straight on, the screen looks vibrant and has rich saturation and solid contrast. I was very impressed with the quality of the colors on this screen. But like with the tablets, if you look at them from the sharper side angles, it does darken noticeably. And that is the trade-off of that matte layer. It's worth it for eye comfort, but it is something to be aware of. I don't know how many times you're going to be looking at your phone not directly head-on, so it's not that big of a deal to me. Now, this phone also supports 120 hertz refresh rate, and when the system keeps up, meaning that the software is not bogging it down, scrolling does feel pretty smooth. That said, because this isn't a high-end processor, you'll occasionally feel the phone catch up when you're moving too quickly between apps, and that is one of my long-term concerns with the phone at this point.
It is a budget phone. It is a budget phone. But I do want to say, I was on Scoops earlier today, and I did my very first Scoop phone video on this phone. And I would think that if you want to save a little bit of money in your pocket, that means if you really want to save money in your pocket, I've had many phones that over the years, and I can admit I've wasted money on these phones. Thought, oh, that's pretty cool. That one. When the iPhone when the iPhone SE third gen 2022 came out, it would cost you $450. Okay, the first gen was like not even. It would have been about what 350, almost about between $250 $300. The second gen was like what $400. Uh, I think that anybody who wants to have a little bit of money in their pocket and be smart, financially smart, I could have done this a long time ago. But I did last year. I picked up my Google Pixel 6a with the Graphene OS installed. I paid $110 for this phone last year. $110 last year. And I thought, like, seriously, I thought, best investment ever. Okay, best investment ever, and I mean that. Now again, okay. Now where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay, here. This is the Black Phone 2. Okay, Black Phone 2. I got it. What was it? 7 years ago? 8 years ago? About what was it? 7 years ago. I've had this phone Um, see, brand new, the Black Phone 2 could have cost you $320 a few years ago. Years ago. I paid 85 for this, and 85 to get repaired. It'll work. It'll work. Um, Here, let's see here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the SIM card in my Google Pixel. And I'm going to do something here real quick. And now, what I'm going to do is, I want to remove the SIM card from my Google Pixel 6a and put it into the Black Phone. Okay. And all right, going to put it in the Black Phone 2. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. 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 Let's see here if I could. Silent OS, silent by design, powered by Android. If y'all remember, Alcatel came out with a new phone. It was Alcatel One Touch Fierce XL, powered by Windows 10. Awesome phone. That was what I used. What was it? 2017 came out. Was it came out in 2016? You know, it's I was thinking I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking about that for a moment yesterday about the Windows Phone. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. see here. Let's see here.
Switch to space 10. Switch to space 0. Switch to space 10. Switch to space. Phone. Unlock button. Phone button. Unlock. Emergency call button. Switch to space. WLA. No service.
This is weird.
No service.
This is weird.
0. Battery 59%. Zero straight. No service. Screen home. 12:01 a.m. All. Priority. None. Ringtone volume. None button. Phone button. Camera. 12:01. Unlock. Device unlocked. Home.
Let's see here.
Apps. Chrome. Security Center. Chrome. Security Center. Chrome. Messaging. Silent Store. Silent Store. Alert. Close button. Close button. Track. Overview. Home. Apps. Chrome. Apps. Chrome. Silent phone. Folder. Tools.
This is stupid here.
Play Store. Play Store. Google Play Store. Options button. Sign into Home. 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 Home screen 1 of 1. Folder. Google. Play Store. Folder. Google. Silent Store. Apps. Apps. Apps page 1 of 2.
Okay.
Apps page 1. Google settings. Google account. Showing items. Personalize use. Mobile data and find device. Find device. More options button. More options button. Navigate up button. Apps. Gmail. Gallery. Apps page 1 of.
What?